Okay, so I think a good question that is rant worthy right now, Marshall, is what do you think about those people who, and it comes out so strongly these days, the people who constantly post on social media, unfriend me if you voted for Trump, or its counterpart, you are absolutely racist if you voted for Trump, unequivocally. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't like mass assumptions. I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. I also don't like the unfriend me uh, technique because there's two different things here. One, lumping everything into one category isn't good. Like saying all cops are bad. We've talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Saying everybody who votes for Trump is a racist is like saying everybody who votes for Biden is a pedophile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that that's true. Or maybe that's extreme for all the people who are looking to Biden. Maybe it's everybody who votes for Biden is a creeper. Maybe that's a little bit, or
Right.
or they all have memory loss. The other thing I don't like is the unfriendingness. I just think that if you want diversity of thought, then why are you unfriending me?
I agree. I think it's harsh because it's like people who you may have been friends with for a long time or thought you had a good connection with, and now all of a sudden it's like, and this is the other thing I hate about it is it's so confusing because you're always like, do you mean me too? Because I know you said everybody, but like me? Really me? But the thing that I hate is it's like, if you say that, you're an absolute moron, and here's the reason why. Because
so you're calling everybody out on your
100%,
social media that says you're a moron.
If you post that and you believe that, you are an absolute idiot. Because if you think everyone who voted for Trump is a racist, then that means you're an absolute moron because 50%, maybe slightly less, of America voted for Trump. So you're basically looking me in the face and telling me you think 50% of America are racist. I think that you would have to be an absolute moron to really believe that.
What if they do believe that? I mean, what if they do believe that? Hey, that's the big thing. We do live in a racist society, and it's systemic, and we've got to fix it. And so, yeah, there are 50% of the people out there.
How do you fix it without a conversation? You don't
unfriend me and start my own.
Right,
start my own country.
Right. It was just a seed from the union. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. But yeah, I think it's divisive, and I think that it's interesting to see people who say those things because they don't understand they're playing right into politics, in general right now, which is divisiveness. And these are also the same people who say Trump is the most horrible human being because he's causing so much divisiveness in America. The same people who are like, if you voted for him, please don't talk to me ever again. That's divisive in and of itself.
Which is crazy because I get frustrated with a lot of people on social media, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a comment in there. And sometimes most of the time I don't, and sometimes I do put a comment in there. And I know my wife's like, I just unfriended or unfollowed a lot of people. And I'm going, no, I want to stay in touch with reality. I know there's people that feel that way out there. For them to unfriend me is just getting out of touch with reality, right? Because then they're just, like you said, isolating 50% of the population.
Yeah, it's like saying that because you like to play guitar and you want to be a musician, you never want to learn about history, you never want to learn about literature, you never want to learn about other art forms. It's like, this is all I care about and everything else doesn't matter, because it's like saying, well, if you vote for Biden or if you voted for Trump, I don't want to even hear your opinions. It's ridiculous. And you know what? It's the same types of people who are like, if he gets in, I'm leaving the country. And then what do?
I wish they would just leave the country.
They don't leave the country,
right.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you heard about it earlier on this week, which I probably should or shouldn't mention, but I always mention it anyway, right? Somebody called into our work and said, hey, did you know that you have somebody who on social media who posted about Trump? And I can't believe you'd employ somebody who's racist at your work. And I'm going, I'm sorry, are you asking me to discriminate? Right, is that what you're asking me to do? You're asking me to discriminate and not employ somebody based off of what they believe? Because that's what it sounds like you're doing. No, that's what I'm doing. I just can't believe you'd employ somebody who's a white supremacist. He's not a white supremacist.
Wow.
And
ignorant.
Yeah,
Ignorant.
He's free to post whatever he wants on his social media.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I concerned and worried that we're going to now only patron business, or people will only patron the business because of their political affiliation, which we have none.
Right, we have absolutely none, and I did hear about that, and I hope you actually said those things to that person.
I 100% said those things. I was just talking to somebody. I my brother-in-law, and he goes, "Did you really say that? You didn't really say those things." I said,
"I believe you said it. I just had to ask you because I wanted to know for sure." I hope people like this, and like the people who say, if you're voted for Trump, don't ever talk to me again or unfriend me or whatever. I hope they're humiliated in 20 or 30 years once this ridiculous, leftist-centric climate dies down and people look back on this time as an embarrassment, and I hope those people are embarrassed at what they said and what they did, because it is the most discriminatory, most racist thing that I've ever heard, and it's just widely accepted right now. It's ridiculous.
Here's to embarrassment. Thanks, guys.